What's up guys, Coach Abraham checking in with Arma's Strength and Conditioning. For today's video, I'm gonna be walking you through an in-season type workout. So this is a workout I would give my professional footballers or somebody elite in season with a highly congested schedule. So you're gonna learn how to manage the volume, how to manage your intensity, and the right amount of exercises to do mid-season. We're gonna have a variety of power exercises, strength exercises from 2-leg, single leg, working on smaller muscles like the groin, like the glutes, all that good stuff. And I'm excited to share that with you. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming a block.
All right, team, the first exercise, we're gonna be working on 2-leg, and overall power is gonna be a resisted broad jump. The reason this exercise works so well for in-season is because we need to consider what aren't we getting enough of in your team training, right? So like, what are you missing? And you're never gonna be doing things resisted out in the field, meaning we're gonna be working something different from the force velocity curve that you are not getting on the pitch. So we did our first power exercise, and now we're gonna move on to the lift of a contrast set. A contrast set is whenever you combine a heavy strength movement with a jump or a plyometric. So we're gonna be going on to a split squat off the pins. Immediately after doing this exercise, we're gonna go on to the jump. You may wanna rest maybe 20 seconds at most, but to be honest, that rest is gonna happen as I walk on to my next exercise. So we are gonna be right here. So this is where the in-season training comes into play. I want you to pay attention to something. So guys, as you can see, check out the position that I'm in. I am not gonna go on to a typical low split squat. I'm gonna limit my range of motion into this. As I come up, I'm gonna explode and extend my knee and my hip as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Obviously guys, as you can see, this isn't a lot of load. You do want to go heavy load to maximize that force production, because as season goes on, your strength begins to go down. So you got to make sure that you are at least maintaining, right? But whenever we lift correctly as a footballer, you should be what I call gaintaining. So we are maintaining, but at the same time, we can also be increasing our strength and all these other qualities. So back again, we limit that range of motion so we don't fatigue the muscles, because if we were to go into these deeper positions, that's more work that the muscles have to do. By restricting our range of motion, the lower body isn't gonna fatigue as much. We are not gonna have as many sore muscles, or any, if at all. And then if we go into the jump, so check this out, we are mimicking the same angle, right? So it's a very similar position. So this is gonna be almost like a quarter squat position, and we're trying to be explosive in this, and this is why this contrast set works, because we just did a heavy movement in this position. Now we're gonna transfer it, and this is gonna be the best way to transfer it onto the pitch by, again, limiting that range of motion. Now I'm explosive in that position, and this is gonna carry over much better onto the pitch without that fatigue. All right, team, going on to the next block, we're gonna have the Nordic curls and the calf raise. You know about the Nordic curls. There's some key things I want you to pay attention and listen to in regards to doing them in season, so make sure you watch this whole video.
If you want to train like a professional footballer, check out my Ultimate Footballer plans. And if you want something more custom and specific to you, I offer custom plans. This is the plan that my pro footballers use. I've been privileged to work with some amazing professional footballers like you're seeing right here on the screen. If you want something more tailored to you to get you ready, whether it's off season, preseason, in season, guys, that's going to be the plan for you.
All right, team, I'm going to show you the 2 variations. I always like to show many variations. This is going to be the easier one right here. It's going to be the razor curl, which you are going to bend at the waist right here, and we're going to let our body go out. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 3 to 5 seconds on that one? Okay, so if that one seems pretty easy and you want to progress yourself, you go up into the conventional eccentric Nordic curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? As you can see, that was pretty tough. The reason we want to limit the reps is because this is an eccentric movement. Whenever you lengthen the muscles, so as I'm going down, the hamstring is being lengthened, that is what creates a lot of soreness, and that's why we want to do low reps, especially if this is an exercise that you haven't done in a while. And this is why we go at 3 reps for 2 sets. As you get better, in some cases, maybe you can increase up to 5 reps. 5 reps is the most that you would do. After 5 reps, what you do is you grab load, and that's how you increase the intensity. We're gonna pair up the Nordic curl with a calf raise. I'm gonna use this platform. Typically, I like to do wedges. A lot of people don't have wedges, but I'm gonna be using this platform because, as you can clearly see, the heel is gonna be lowered. All right, and we wanna get a full range of motion on that calf raise. So we go all the way up, pause, 1, 2, tap, up, pause, 1, 2, tap, okay? A very simple exercise. We're gonna be stretching that calf raise while also strengthening it. After this, if this is easy for high-level footballers, this should be easy. We're gonna grab some load. And now we are gonna use this dumbbell right here. I like to put it on the opposite side. So if I'm pushing off the right foot, as you can see here, it's gonna be on my left hand. So same thing, I'm gonna go up, 1, 2, tap, go up, 1, 2, tap, okay? To take this to the next level, let's just simply take off our shoes. And I like to do a lot of my movements without shoes to strengthen the feet. Research shows whenever you strengthen the bottom of the foot, the arch, the overall ankle, it has a high translation to better performance and more explosiveness. So same thing, guys, we're gonna go 1, 2. If you can, tap. If you can't, as low as you can, pause at the top. 1, 2, go down, hold at the top. All right, team, you made it to the final block. 2 exercises, 1 for more the outside hip and then 1 for the groin area. This is gonna be an internal rotation exercise. We are gonna have a bench and you're gonna tie a band like this, okay? Whenever you get into this right here, you need to make sure that your knee and your ankle are in one straight line in relation to the bench, as you can see right here. Okay, from here, I'm gonna get on all 4s. And my goal is to just bring my ankle up. So I'm gonna imagine as if there's a rope attached to my ankle and somebody's pulling it straight up. I'm going up, pause, bring it down, slow and controlled. I'm bringing it up, pause, slow and controlled. A big mistake I see people doing is that they get too far forward and then go into this position, or they get too far back, okay? Make sure that you are in this 90 degree position as you get into it. So again, going up, pause, and back down. Make sure that the resistance is nice and challenging for you. You made it to the final exercise. This is gonna be a Copenhagen, a great exercise for footballers for that groin health and groin strength. You use this muscle a lot. You wanna get strong legs, but you cannot forget about those smaller muscles. We're gonna begin with the hard version first. The hard version is gonna be having your calf on that bench, holding it like this, into a side plank position. Notice my bottom foot is gonna be punching straight up like that, and I'm gonna be holding that for the prescribed time. Typically, we wanna have lower time in season, especially for those that aren't used to this. And if this is too intense, you can decrease the intensity by going onto your knee like this. And again, that bottom foot is still gonna be sandwiching that bench, and we hold this position for that prescribed time. All right, team, and that's gonna be it for this video. A few things to go over. Again, in season, number 1, your goal is to prioritize your match performance, meaning you do not want to fatigue yourself. And this is why doing exercises that are less range of motion, lower volume, maybe even lower intensity are going to be very good. The second thing is that you want to go up to an exercise and slowly ramp up into it, right? So you want to progress into it, don't rush into it, right? For example, in the barbell split squat off the pins, if you go heavy too fast and your body isn't used to that, what I typically see is people's like low backs tend to be very sore, because in those quarter squat positions, you can lift pretty heavy, right? But again, in that first time, ease yourself into it. For everything in season, ease yourself into it, and actually for any time of the season. A third thing to keep in mind is why these exercises. There's a bunch of other things that you can do. This is just a handful of things, and if you want to see another example, guys, let me know below. But these are going to be good because this is a well-rounded program. How many times a week in season should you lift? You want to be lifting 1 to 2 times a week. For those congested times, whenever you are playing 2 times in a week, it can be very tough to dose it. And if you want more information on how to dose your programming and when to schedule things, check out my in-season how to schedule video. And guys, if you wanna be a part of a community and see results like this person, this person, this person, this person, and you want a program every single month, a gym plan and a speed and power plan, every single month, join my community for only 50 cents a day. You have access to me, a pro trainer. You have access to community calls every week. You have access to pro players who are in the community sharing their experiences, how they made it pro. But also you get a gym plan. Guys, this is easily a $50 to a $100 value. And take advantage of it because the price I have right now isn't gonna last forever. Once I reach a certain amount of members, that price is gonna go up. So if you lock in this price right here, you are all set and you are gonna receive so much for such a cheap price. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.